We shall discuss now about nervous system of cockroach. Nervous system of cockroach consists of a nerve ring and a double ventral cord, and apart from it, it is formed of brain, or also called the supraesophageal ganglion, subesophageal ganglion, and circumesophageal connective. Okay, we shall discuss in detail about all these things. And this nerve ring, it is formed around the esophagus, and it is also formed by this brain or supraesophageal ganglion. And below that is the subesophageal ganglion, and supraesophageal ganglion or the brain and the subesophageal ganglion, they are connected by the circumesophageal connective. And from the subesophageal ganglion arises this double ventral nerve cord, and this is ganglionated. That means this ventral nerve cord, it has ganglions, and it is present in thoracic region and also in the abdominal segments, and it has got six abdominal ganglion. We'll discuss in detail about the information. The nervous system, it consists of nerve ring and ganglionated double ventral nerve cord, subesophageal ganglion, and circumesophageal connectives. The nerve ring is present around the esophagus and it is in the head capsule, and it is formed by the supraesophageal ganglion, which is also called as brain. The brain is mainly sensory in function. In addition to that, it is also an endocrine center, and it lies above the esophagus. That is why it is called supraesophageal ganglion. That is, supra means superior to esophagus. It lies above the esophagus, so it is called supraesophageal ganglion. It is both sensory in function and also it is the endocrine center. Subesophageal means it is present below esophagus, so it is called subesophageal ganglion, and it is the motor center. That is supraesophageal ganglion. Our brain is the sensory center, but the subesophageal ganglion, it is the motor center. It controls the movements of the mouth parts, legs, and wings. And this subesophageal ganglion, it lies below the esophagus, and it is formed by the fusion of the paired ganglia, that is paired ganglia of mandibular, maxillary, and labial segments of the head. A pair of circumesophageal connectives is present around the esophagus, connecting the supraesophageal ganglia with the subesophageal ganglia. The double ventral nerve cord, it is solid, ganglionated, that is provided with the ganglions. Okay, it's some thickenings. Okay, a piece of flesh. So ganglionated and arises from the subesophageal ganglion and extends up to the seventh abdominal segment. So three thoracic ganglia are present. Apart from it, there are six abdominal ganglia. So totally there are nine ganglia present, three in thoracic segments and six in abdominal ganglia. Apart from it, there is brain, which is also called supraesophageal ganglion, and the other one is the subesophageal ganglion. So with that, there are 11 ganglions are present. One acts as brain or supraesophageal ganglion, other one is the subesophageal ganglion. Then three thoracic ganglia are present on the ventral nerve cord, and the rest, that is six abdominal ganglia, are present in the abdominal region. Okay, so this is about this. So we'll discuss now about the sense organs. In cockroach, the sense organs are antennae, compound eyes, labrum, maxillary palps, labial palps, and anal cerci. We'll discuss in detail about what are the functions of these sense organs. The receptor for touch, that is stigmoreceptors, they are located in the antenna, maxillary palps, and anal cerci. The receptor for touch, which are called as stigmoreceptors, and this is present in antenna, maxillary palps, and anal cerci. The receptor for smell, that is called olfactory receptors, it is found on the antenna. In addition to this receptors for touch, receptor for smell is also present in antenna. So sense of touch and sense of smell, both the receptors are present in antenna. The receptor for taste, that is called gustatory receptors, it is found on the palps of maxilla and labium, that is on the mouth parts. And the thermoreceptors, refers to that is receptors which can sense the temperature. Variation in the temperature can be sensed by these thermoreceptors, and these are found on the first four tarsal segments on the legs. We discussed in detail about the segments of the leg. So these are present on the first four tarsal segments on the legs. The receptor cardodontal, it is found on the anal cerci, and these receptor receptors, they respond to air or earth-borne vibrations. So the receptors cardodontal, they are found on the anal cerci, and they respond to vibrations in air and also on the earth. The photoreceptors of the cockroach consists of a pair of compound eyes at the dorsal surface of the head. That is, photoreceptors are found at the dorsal surface of the head. That is eyes. Okay, that's the photoreceptors. It referred to compound eyes, and these are present at the dorsal surface of the head. And each eye is formed of about 2000 simple eyes called ommatidia, and singular is ommatidia. So each eye, it is called a compound eye, and each eye, it is divided into smaller units. Around It is around 2000 units, and these units are called ommatidia, and through which cockroach can receive several images of an object. Because of this eye, compound eye, which is divided into simple units, that is which are called ommatidia, cockroaches can receive several images of an object. This kind of vision is known as mosaic vision, with more sensitivity but less resolution. Due to this uh, number of simple eyes, which are called ommatidia, the kind of vision in cockroach, it is known as mosaic vision. That is, it is more sensitivity. Mosaic vision with more sensitivity but less resolution. That image, what the cockroaches can see, will not be very clear. It will be little blurred only, but it is more sensitivity. Okay, it has more. The vision is called mosaic vision with more sensitivity but less resolution only. Okay, and so with that we have completed about that sense organs and brain also. So we'll discuss now about excretory system. Excretory system, it is formed by Malpighian tubules, and these are the main excretory organs in cockroach. They help to eliminate the nitrogenous waste from the body in the form of uric acid. Cockroach excretes uric acid, so it is uricotelic animal. When the excretory product of an animal, it is uric acid, then such animals are called uricotelic. And human beings are ureatelic, because our excretory product, it is main, its composition is urea, so we are called ureatelic. But cockroaches are called uricotelic because their main excretory product that consists of mainly uric acid. In addition, fat body, nephrocytes, cuticle, and uricose glands are also do the function of excretion. In addition to this Malpighian tubules, fat body, nephrocytes, cuticle, that is the outer covering of the body, and uricose glands are also do the function of excretion. The Malpighian tubules are thin, long, filamentous, yellow-colored structures attached at the junction of the midgut and the hindgut. This is what we discussed in the diagram of the digestive system of cockroach. So these are present at the junction between midgut and hindgut. So they are around 100 to 150 in number and are present in 6 to 9 bundles. Each tubule is lined by glandular and ciliated cells, and the waste is excreted out through the hindgut. The glandular cells of the Malpighian tubules absorb water, salts, and nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph and transfer them into the lumen of the tubules. Okay, so the glandular cells of the Malpighian tubules absorb water, salts, and nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph, okay, from the hemocoel, then transfer them into the lumen of the tubule, that is inside the cavity or the space of the tubules. The cells of the tubules reabsorb water and certain inorganic salts. So the cells that line the tubules, they reabsorb water and certain inorganic salts. By the contraction of the tubules, nitrogenous waste is pushed into the ileum where more water is reabsorbed. Okay, so whatever that enter into the small pigeon tubules, and reabsorption takes place. Whatever is necessary for the body, so that can be reabsorbed. That is like water and certain inorganic salts are reabsorbed. Then, by the contraction of the tubules, nitrogenous waste is pushed into the ileum. Again, in ileum, more water is reabsorbed. So then the waste move into the rectum, and almost solid uric acid is excreted. As in like more water is reabsorbed, so only very less and almost like solid waste is excreted, and it is solid uric acid. So along with the fecal matter. Okay, so this is the picture to show the excretion. So these are the Malpighian tubules. So the first step, salts and uric acid are transported into the tubule. Tubule lumen, that is the inside or the cavity or the space present inside the tubule is called lumen. So from the hemolymph, it is transported into the tubule. Then water enters the lumen by osmosis. So from the hemolymph, water enters into the lumen of the tubule by osmosis. Then it moves through this digestive system. That is the, because it is integrated. That is excretory system and digestive system, both are integrated. Then here salt and water are reabsorbed into the hemolymph. Okay, so less urine, that is almost solid uric acid, it is excreted along with feces. Okay, so this is all about excretion. Okay, thank you.